That's a picture actually of this map I'm showing you right here. When I'm doing the census map, it shows in Caledonia Township where the city has come about even to here of Greg and Lou's. Also in Owosso Township, they have done a 425 along Chipman. If the city ever decided to go to the Boundary Commission and square up boundaries, it takes it clear across here into Caledonia Township. So keep that in mind while I go through this. Water proposals have been discussed at not less than 16 meetings over the past 13 months. My guess is that we have received not less than 10 proposed agreements. I was dismayed to find wording reinstated in the latest agreement that this board collectively decided to remove back in May 2009. Since the May 2009 rewrite, the board as a whole has never agreed to have this wording put back into the agreement. In my opinion, it was wrong for 3 board members to take it upon themselves to rack up attorney fees by having our attorney reinstate language back into the agreement without the consensus of the board. These water negotiations cost the township $100 each time the intergovernmental committee meets, and an additional $350 each time a third monthly meeting is called. We have paid over $1,500 in engineering fees. We have paid extra attorney fees for rewrites and for his attendance at special meetings. All of this money, and we are nearly back to square one again. I am disappointed in that every agreement I have received is a win situation for the city, while there is no win for the township. And I am equally disappointed in that our supervisor continually chooses to take our township 1 step forward and 2 steps back regarding our votes in all of this. It has been said that I do not support municipal water. That could not be further from the truth. The truth is, it is not that I am against it, it is that I am duty-bound to make certain that my decisions are in the best interest of the township as a whole. As an elected official, it would not be fiscally responsible, nor would it be productive for the township for me to vote on a whim or with strings attached. As elected officials, we are the gatekeepers of the township. Therefore, we need to properly administer the affairs of Owosso Charter Township. We need to promote decisions that benefit those we serve. We must evaluate all decisions so that the best service or product is obtained at a minimal cost to those we serve without sacrificing quality or fiscal responsibility. To date, there have been so many proposed agreements that I am not certain everyone is working from the same proposal, though tonight I will address the latest proposal given to me. If you'll look at your agreement, that's the first in your, I have numbered them 1 through, I think there's 18. I will address them. So on page 1, paragraph 4, which would be your number 1, it says, whereas it is necessary for the public health, welfare, and safety, and desirable to provide water supply for portions of township. Corona states it appears that it is desirable. Caledonia Township says it appears it is necessary and desirable. The Owosso Township contract is the only contract that states municipal water is necessary. I have viewed at least 12 other municipal water contracts online. Not one of them addressed municipal water as being a necessity or an apparent necessity. Our negotiating committee has not proven the necessity, nor can they, because the state and federal government does not even mandate municipal water. At our May 20th water workshop, the consensus of the board was that this language would be changed. Obviously, it hasn't. Most board members should remember that the Owosso drain was determined to be a necessity too. And Owosso Township took a financial hit because of that. In fact, our residents will be paying on that so-called necessity until 2025. In my opinion, this language is binding and that it is more or less mandating Owosso Township to provide municipal water on a continual basis. My opinion is remove the entire paragraph. Page 1, paragraph 5, which will be your number 2. Here, the committee has negotiated PA 34 of 1971. There is no PA 34 of 1971. Page 2, number 3, which will be your number 3. It says the provision of water service to customers on the boundaries of the city and township, when such service does not require the extension of water mains, shall be permitted as a right, but notice must be given to both city and township. In the Caledonia contract, it says the provision of water service to customers on the boundaries of the water district, when such service does not require the extension of water mains, may be permitted by mutual consent. So we have one, ours says shall be permitted as a right, Caledonia says may be. The consensus of the board at our May 20th workshop was that this language would be removed. Obviously, it wasn't. Allowing the language to remain will adversely affect the township when 425 agreements expire. The city water distribution map falsely claims incorporated land as water main boundaries. Per an MTA attorney, the township board needs to define its water boundaries at our borders. And if we did not do this, the township would never know where the water delivery boundaries begin or end. Thus, the township would consistently have problems knowing which parcels the township is to collect on. More so of a problem as leadership changes. By allowing the city deliberate access to our border customers by notice only would negatively impact our boundaries and collections. Currently, the negative impact consists from the area of Baker College, South Street, Davis Cartage, Bach Drive, Chestnut, Marion, Kiefer, Babcock, and Cleveland Avenue, on to the west, and to the north, Smile Keepers, Dr. Chapin's, Beegees, Chipman Road, Mason Road, North Street, and etc. Though it would not be necessary for the city to install water mains along our border streets, it would remain necessary for the city to install water lines across the street to serve township border customers. Owosso Charter Township is the municipality that should do that. If we allow the city the right to continue serving our border customers, this means the township would not have a say regarding township customer water rates, and the township would not receive the required 25% revenue, nor would we receive connection fees, front footage fees, and etc. If we allow the city the right by notice, then township customers currently served by the city would not come back to the township as currently promised by the city, according to Supervisor Miller. By allowing the city the right to complete control of current township customers at our boundaries, the city could offer those customers single city rates for annexation. This could cause a domino effect of annexations of neighborhoods for cheaper water rates as well. Supervisor Miller stated we should allow Baker College to remain as a city customer because the township already collected a lot of money on Baker permit fees. I disagree. The city collects on both permit fees and water bills as well. Why wouldn't Owosso Township do the same? If the township arbitrarily starts giving township customers to the city, the township would not have any customers if they were to ever build their own treatment facility. By giving the city the right to service our boundary customers would be giving up township road right-of-ways. Also, through the State Boundary Commission, the city could possibly seek to square up boundaries that would ultimately incorporate township land to the city. You will see your Exhibit 1, page 4, and Exhibit number 2, and Exhibit 5, page 2. You can just pass that down. We'll address that. On page 2,